Hey guys, Karen here, welcome back to my channel today. Once again, it is Friday, so I'm here with yet another top 5 video for you guys. I was considering doing my favorite classic sparrows this week, but I thought it would be more fun if we switched it up and took a suggestion from you guys. So in honor of the Dawning bringing a strike score system, I thought I would go ahead and take RaginSwordElite's suggestion of the top 5 strikes in Destiny. Remember, if you guys have any ideas for future top 5 videos, to leave those down in the comment section for a chance to have your idea showcased in its own video. But let's go ahead and get into this. So to start this video off, I've put the Shield Brother Strike in the number 5 slot. This is highly regarded by most people to be one of the best strikes in the game. Personally, I love the overall atmosphere of the Cabal ship inside of the Dreadnought and the funny dialogue that the Ghost brings while playing the strike. These things definitely help the strike go by quicker, which is always a good thing when grinding out multiple strikes in a row. In addition, the mini boss fight with the tank is a really nice addition to the strike, as it really helps illustrate how the Cabal use tactics to fight battles. However, the thing that really sells this strike for most people is the final boss battle. It is easily one of the most unique boss battles in the entire game, and I really think that it helps out the overall quality of the strike as a whole. Having to fight both brothers individually and then combining both of their tactics into one person at the end of it really makes it an interesting fight. All of these things really do come together to make this strike one of the best in the entire game. Next, in the number 4 slot, I'm going to be putting the Sunless Self Strike. This is the other strike that we got with the Taken King, and it has a lot of different parts that I like about it. So first off, I think Bungie did a great job with making it extremely memorable. For instance, I really love the room that is filled to the brim with Shriekers. It adds a cool mechanic to this fight that we weren't used to encountering before it and made us think a little bit of how to get past it. In addition, the giant bridge that leads to the boss arena really gives an awesome look at the scale of the Dreadnought. Next, I think that the boss battle for this strike is also amazing. The darkness in the pit really makes the entire battle, as you never know when Alakul is going to jump out and slash at you in the darkness. This is what I consider to be one of my favorite boss fights in the game. Honestly, the only reason this strike isn't a little bit higher on this list is because it is a little bit lengthy compared to the other strikes in the game. However, I don't consider this to affect the quality of the strike as a whole too much, so I have put it in the number 4 slot. Now we have hit the number 3 slot for this video. In this one, I'm going to be placing the Blighted Chalice Strike. We first received this strike with the April update, and when I first played it, I immediately realized that it had the potential to be one of my favorite strikes in the game. This was for 3 main reasons. So first, it is easily the shortest strike in the game, which is always nice for speedruns because it gives the same amount of reputation as even the longest strikes, which means this one is more beneficial and time efficient to run. Secondly, it has some great backstory and conclusions to the Taken King storyline, and the quotes from Nolan North as the Ghost are really hilarious. The arena that we fight the boss in is shaped in such a way that it makes the fight extremely intense. In addition, Malak changing tactics as the fight progresses really makes it more interesting and dynamic. The combination of all these things, and especially the intensity of the final boss battle, really makes this strike worthy of the number 3 position on this top 5. In the runner-up slot, I've decided to put the classic Devillayer Strike. This is the strike where we go throughout the Cosmodrome and hunt down the servitor for the House of Devils, Sepix Prime. Now, I was considering originally putting the remake on this list, however, I personally prefer the original version of the strike more. This is the first ever strike that you complete when you start a brand new Guardian, and honestly, I believe that nostalgia is a big part of why I like this strike so much. It was a great introduction to not only how the strike system works, but also the Fallen race as a whole. And even though the final boss is just a simple bullet sponge type of boss, it has always been a really fun fight in my opinion. Plus, the soundtrack for the final boss fight is one of the most iconic soundtracks in the entire game, and I really do enjoy listening to that. Overall, this is just a great introduction to the strike system and to the game of Destiny as a whole. And finally, we have reached the number 1 slot for this video. In this one, I'm going to be putting the Nexus Strike on Venus. However, in this case, I do prefer the remade version of the strike that we got with the Dawning over the original version. So this is my favorite strike in the game for quite a few reasons. First off, the Vex are by far my favorite enemy race, and this being a Vex themed strike definitely helps how I view it in comparison to non-Vex strikes. It is also fairly short, which as always makes it great for speedruns. The third reason I love it is because it has some great dialogue from Kate 6, who always adds to the quality of the content that he is in. And finally, I really like how they added the dynamic of the Vault of Glass relic to the final fight with Sekrion. This was a great way to make the battle feel more intense while making Sekrion feel like less of a giant bullet sponge. Overall, this strike has so many great qualities that it is easily my favorite strike in the entire game. So that is going to wrap up my list of the top 5 strikes in Destiny. What did you guys think of my choices? And more importantly, what are your top 5 favorite strikes in Destiny? Make sure you let me know down in the comment section below. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like rating and share it with your friends. If you are interested in learning how to quickly rank up your factions, you can click the annotation on screen. Finally, subscribe for more awesome Destiny content, and I'll see you guys in my next video.